this is another episode of Candace Michelle Views, where I give my opinion on what I am viewing on any mainstream media platform you could think of. So today, I finally got to finish my video on Virgil Abloh. I don't know how to say his last name, but these are the same people that's been harassing us for over 400 years, and he's no different. So we're going to go over his character, and another character that he plays. So Virgil Abloh just recently, we're already going. I'm already going out of that thing already. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. Yeah, so Virgil Abloh has passed away on Sunday, November 28th, of cancer, something that no one knew he had, and plus someone that no one knew of until we're going to get to that. It's going to be pieced into the video. But so no one knew he had cancer. They said he was battling it privately for several years. And so rest in peace to Virgil Abloh. Or we can say, that he might have gotten transported back to his country, or he was never a real character, and the real character that plays him is well and alive and still thriving. So I do believe that Virgil is the secondary character, and the main character that plays Virgil, as you can see, he is definitely playing the game, and this is definitely a mask face. You could tell it's a mask face sometimes because of the under eye. It doesn't have any bag, really. Look how low the bag goes. It's just not natural. And then it's very bulky at the under eye. But we're going to get into, oh, God, here we go. Here we go with the back and forth. So excuse me with this. It's already starting early. It usually starts later on during the taping, but it's starting early. Yeah, so the main character that is playing Virgil is this guy from TMZ called Latham. Now, Latham is a very important last name. There's a lot of Latham situations going on that I could piece together and put in a video, but we're just going to stay focused on the twinsies of Virgil and Van, okay? So, as you can see, he has his little sign up, and then as you can see, he has his Mason stance. That's definitely a Mason stance. You're going to see other people standing that way throughout the video, them showing their symbolism. But as you can see, they definitely look just alike. As you can always tell the fake face because it looks very... the skin starts to get blotchy and things like that. I already showed you how the real skin would look like. So you already can see that they're playing around with this guy's face, okay? And this is more of the real face. Okay, so we're going to get into their connection and how they are twinsies. And it all has something to do with... Oh, God. Okay, one second. Yeah, and it all matches up with this guy. Okay? So he's the main culprit in bringing Van/Virgil in the game and making them on a higher platform, leveling up in this so-called game with these people that's throwing up. As you can see, the 3-6, they're very white, Jewish, whatever you want to call it, but in reality, they're core Asians. They're Caucasian Asians. They're Caucasian Asians. Okay, so I don't know how to explain that. I'm gonna in history. Check out my history. I think I'm going to do a live tomorrow. I'm going to get into the Caucasian and how it occurs. Okay, so, so we're going to get into now the storyline of them connecting, their storylines connecting, and them being most likely the same person, in my opinion. Or if not the same person, then definitely relatives, same country, same incubator baby DNA, same DNAs that they probably used alone, mixing with other things. Who knows what kind of science projects they have with these people. It could be an AI as well, just using their same features. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to keep it simple and say they're the same people, just with a little bit of prosthetics being used, okay? And of course, Kanye wearing a mask now everywhere doesn't surprise me because this is what they're doing. So the timeline of where we saw Van Latham, people know him from TMZ, but he wasn't really a main character like the Jewish guy and the guy with the dreads. He was more like a sideline guy, and then he started to get a lot more view time. And then next thing you know, he got an outbreak of, even though it was drama, it's still an outbreak of who is this guy now? Everybody knows him, which occurred when he was arguing with Kanye West. They say he's famous for. Okay, let me go all the way back. One moment, people. This happens a lot. You know, I'm gonna just probably start using my my iPad really doesn't work anymore. There's issues with the iPad, but that's why I'm doing it this way. Yeah, so he's known for being around Kanye. This happened in 2018. Okay, so Van Latham had an argument with Kanye West. It was a big controversial argument about Kanye West saying slavery was a choice. But if you listen to the argument, it was very super coded. A lot of symbolism being thrown in there when they say coded things. I know them and I know their stuff down to a T. So it's very easy for me to watch things and get the underlining message. But I'm going to play some of this stuff so you guys can see how coded, how weird, how wacko these people are, and how adamant they are about giving disclosures while doing symbolism, while giving disclosures of some truth. But you guys taking it as, oh, he's crazy, he's silly, but there's a lot of truth being told of what we should be doing, but you're not going to pay attention to that because you're you're just watching it and not understanding the underlining of that. Kanye's not crazy. He's just giving disclosures of his company. Just like as if McDonald's, when they said people were getting obese, now they put a disclosure of calories that's being ate, this and that, but that doesn't stop the person from buying what they were buying anyway, which is causing them to be obese. But they are allowed to do it without getting sued now because of the disclosures that they're now giving, which is the same thing of what these celebrities have to do. So yes, they do give us a lot of truth right in our face because it's disclosures being given, just like the disclosure I give when I first come on here. People may say, oh, I sound annoying, but it's a disclosure, okay? I'm giving my opinion on mainstream media. So anyway, let's get into this. Let's get into it. First, symbolism. Okay, can you not hear them?
Because I was drugged.
Okay, here we go.
That's why I dropped those tweets and everything, because I was drugged the fuck out.
Okay, let's start it from the beginning. I had it backwards because the video was too long. So we're going to start it from the beginning when he was sitting down. When he was sitting down and he was telling his story here. And then we're going to go back to that part, okay? So this is the very beginning of the little bit of the interview.
Going to be a reaction.
I knew there was going to be a reaction, but I'm just living my life day by day, doing what I feel and what the spirit calls upon me to do.
But it also opens up this dialogue that you're not apologizing, because everybody else, when they make a statement like that, they end up apologizing because they're so worried about what people say on social media.
Well, you know why when I went to visit him the first time, right
after the election.
Yeah, and I took the tweets down and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was drugged the fuck out, bro. I was drugged out. I was on opioids 2 days after I got off of...
See, I want you guys to pay attention to how he's saying he's drugged the F out. After I said, even when they first came here, they offered us drugs, alcohol, tobacco. You got to understand that this is all symbolic. This is nothing but history being displayed in a theatrical, say, Shakespeare way in the world of the stage. But if you guys are getting it, y'all not getting it, but they keep us in a sedation of where people are doing, I don't care what it is, if it's overloading on sugary food, if it's overloading on any kind of food, if it's alcohol that you crave, if it's marijuana, if it's harder drugs, it's a lot of things that you're, sex, it could be a lot of things that you're drugged out on. Okay, addicted of. And it's keeping you from being the best you because of these shackles to these addictions. But let's keep it moving with what he's trying to explain.
Opioids, and I was addicted to opioids. 2 days I got off of opioids, I'm in the hospital, right? I'm taking two. Hey, everyone listen.
In the hospital because you cannot easily get off of hard drugs on your own. So it ends up putting you in a hospital because you could become sick. All kinds of issues happen to you inside your cells when you're doing hard drugs. And then the cells start to act weird and abnormal when you're off of them. So it causes a sickness. And you do have to go in the hospital to get some type of where people take hard drugs, they get some type of medicine, methadone or whatever, which isn't supposed to be drugs, but something that helps them. So yeah, they take him to the hospital. Kanye would have had no choice but to go to the hospital if he was trying to get off of an opiate or something that hard. But anyway, let's keep going.
Listen to this, please. 2 days before I was in the hospital, I was on opioids. I was addicted to opioids. I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all.
Look at the back of Kanye's neck.
I got liposuction.
The back of Kanye's neck is not normal. Why would somebody have all these rolls on the back of their neck and their head look the way it looks? He looked like he's balding in the middle of his head. Look how shiny it is towards the middle of his head.
I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all.
See how the middle of his head is balding?
I got liposuction.
So something ain't right. This could be definitely a masked character here. The shape of his head doesn't seem natural. And the back of his neck is very big. For some reason, it's like a lot of rows, a lot of franks on this neck that seem like it would be on somebody very obese. Now, he said he had plastic surgery. But tell you the truth, he wouldn't be able to suck that much fat without skin dragging. Because look how many rows in his neck there is. Like he was an obese man over 300 or something pounds. But that's just something that I'm taking a notice of, you know. But let's keep it going.
I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all. I got liposuction because I didn't want y'all to call me fat like y'all called Rob at the wedding and made him fly home before me and Kim got married. I didn't want y'all to call me fat, so I got liposuction.
Now, mind you, a lot of people speculate that Rob is the one that was having the children. And that's where he gained all of this weight from. And stayed out of the limelight for that many years. Just a speculation that the men are the women and the women are the men. Just how everyone makes fun of Kanye having woman-bearing hips. But we're going to keep it moving.
Right? And they gave me opioids. Right? And I started taking 2 of them. And then driving to work on the opioids. Right? Then my boy, and I'd always ask my boy, you know, to hand me if it's, you know, we on tour, give me some weed, blah, blah, blah. So he had to go give me the opioids. And there was talks amongst my camp, like, Ye's popping pills, right? So when he handed this to me, he said, you know, this is used to kill genius, right? So I didn't take it. 2 days later, I'm in a hospital.
You see, I stopped it and I rewinded. Every time I hear something that is like something that you need to underline, and like when you do like research in papers and stuff, you underline or highlight some things. That's a moment of highlighting when I rewind and I go back. So let him say it again.
When he handed this to me, he said, you know, this is used to kill genius.
Okay. So when he handed him the opioids, he said, you know, they use this to kill geniuses. Isn't this the same thing that these rappers keep promoting for you to take? Talking about some Waukesha. And I'm going to get into my live with the Waukesha of the lean drinking song by whatever. We're not talking about them right now. But just the connection of that and then the driving over the children in a Christmas parade in Waukesha. So you see how all this stuff connects a little bit, that the person that drove over children in Waukesha and then the lean song called Waukesha. But we'll get into that in my live when I go over history and anonymous topic, you know, any various topics. But just to hear him say that opioids, this will kill geniuses, just shows you what they're doing to us, the geniuses, and trying to push us these drugs that they are already immune to and love. This is what they have in their countries. This is what they grow. This is what they make their money off of. But they take it and bring it to us, the geniuses, and lower our standards in life with a lot of obstacles, a lot of baggage that we should have never be partaking in. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Right, so I didn't take it. 2 days later, I'm in a hospital. I was taking 2 pills a day at that time. When I left the hospital, how many pills you think I was given? 7. I went from taking 2 pills to taking 7. So the reason...
Do you see that Mason? This is a Mason gesture. That's a Mason gesture, okay? So he's giving you some details and then giving you Mason gestures.
Why I dropped those tweets and everything. I went from taking 2 pills.
This story is like more fairy tale. That's like their disclosure. Like, you know, if you see what I'm doing here.
I dropped those tweets and everything because I was drugged the fuck out, bro.
Now here goes another gesture of his fingers doing the 2 fingers. You see that Baphomet with the finger and the thumb out? It's not hard to see. He made sure that he did this in front of the crowd.
Bro. So the reason why I dropped those tweets and everything, because I was drugged the fuck out.
See that Baphomet sign? I'm trying to catch it while it's on there, but you know it's not easy to like catch things in the mist. But you see the 2 thumbs and stuff, right? Well, the Baphomet sign right here when he's saying he's drugged the F out. It's like when they say certain things, they gotta do the symbolism.
I dropped those tweets and everything.
So we could skip all of this part, right? And let's get to the part where the storyline of Van and Virgil starts to interlude, okay?
So the reason
thing that you
because I was drugged the
your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? That's fine. I'll combat your free thought with my free thought because mine is grounded in a reality that I've been given and a reality that I'm going to change, but I'm...
You see why Kanye's starting to smile and laugh at him when he says a reality that I'm given. They're all talking about the metaphysic world and the reality of what real reality is, and you living in your mind and going into fairy tale world where you thinking, oh, I could fly in your head, but if you really jump off this roof, you'll see gravity take in and you'll go right to the ground. Or you can try to have some type of equipment or an invention that helps you fly, but that's still some type of like of an imagination, a creation in your head that you had to create to make a reality. But you see how he smiled because this is all about the reality versus fantasy world. And we're
not going to do it by pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me. And frankly, I'm disappointed.
Now, I'm going to rewind that part.
I'm appalled. And brother are on the same team as me. But I'm not gonna do it by pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me.
So these people are playing with your head. They are ping-ponging, making you get confused. They don't want you to think the right things. As he say, I'm not going to let you make me think the enemy is on the same team as me. Yes, the fuck they are. That's why this is the whole point of this stupid performance between Kanye saying he's one of the geniuses and then this just young black man. These are the 2 black men that I've been arguing from day one. You know, that if you've been watching my history, these are the same 2 black men that it all starts with. And yes, we are our own freaking enemy, okay? Because we're so different and divided by culture. Of their African Asiatic side and our native to America side, native to just the father side and them being native to the mother side. So let's keep going.
Pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me.
And this is not true because they are. So they're going to give you a lot of mixed messages.
I'm disappointed. I'm appalled. And brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real. That's the way I feel. Stand on all the coffee tables you want to stand.
Now, did you catch that?
Morphed into something, to me, that's not real.
So basically he said that Kanye morphed into something to him that is not real. So this could be them giving disclosures that Kanye, the one with that big fat meat behind his neck, has morphed into something that's not real. Okay, I've been telling you guys they probably changed them out to AI. They have I think Mag on the Run, he just recently did a video of them asking to take your face and doing like surveys where they'll pay you a whole lot of money to study your whole DNA, how you walk, your facial features, everything. They've been snatching it up with these little apps, but they're really going to get really down and dirty to it because they want to just like the movie Severance, as I've been told you guys, they want people to be living as an avatar, and then they could stay themselves in a house, which is probably what they're doing with a lot of these artists that don't look like themselves after you say, oh, they made money and this is why they look like that. No, it's because they actually changed out to an avatar, AI, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to show you guys a clip, not today, I don't have it in here, but it's a clip of a movie that came on during like the commercials of like a show I was watching. So I tried to catch it as fast as I could because I couldn't rewind this little clip of the commercial where it's a movie coming out where they are AIing an actual human being, changing him into that person because he was sick and he's going to die. So he decided she told him, you can't tell your family, can't tell him. So the family didn't even know that the guy that he was sending in now was more of an AI, and he was actually in a facility letting them download everything about him so he could actually live as that AI. And they tell him that he basically will be alive, but he'll just be dead here, but he'll be alive in his AI because the way how they download it and it upgrades all the time on its own. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but as you could see in the movie, they said that he was not allowed to tell his family or nothing, or they'll cancel it, they'll get rid of the AI. So you got to understand that even if family members don't know or friends don't know that these people have changed out, it's because under the contract, they are not allowed to advise them of what they're signing on to. And everybody know these contracts are serious. Like, people are scared to death. I don't know what they be writing in these contracts. Like, they're taken to jail, they're put them back in a hole. I don't know what they do to what's in these contracts, but these people do not go against them. Okay, so anyway, let's keep going.
You have morphed into something, to me, that's not real. That's the way I feel. Stand on all the coffee tables you want to stand on. Say whatever you want to say, but don't throw a stone, then hide your hand like the rest of us are just going to swallow.
Now, that was just a code to don't throw a stone and hide your hand. That's something like Arab when they fighting against the Muslims supposed to be fighting against the army, or the Indians or all those people that's over there in Jerusalem. They always throwing rocks, like throwing stones. So you already know where this is leading to. Who's paying these people? Who's writing these scripts?
Yay, be yay. I'm off and hide your hand like the rest. Say whatever you want to say, but don't throw a stone, then hide your hand like the rest of us are.
Now you see the horns, the devil horns. He's throwing them up after that. When he says, "Don't throw a stone,"
I'm just gonna swallow it.
They go to symbolism.
Be yay. I'm off it forever. Do you? But remember, the life that I live.
Did you see him just throw the bull horns up?
An actual person.
Look at the bull horns.
It's as a real. Remember, the life that I.
It's right there. As soon as he transitions to bull horns. So they always throwing these up throughout the whole time. Okay.
It is a choice. Just
now listen to Kanye's part.
Person.
Now the thing is, he said he said grounded in reality. This reality has been forced upon us. It is a choice.
Okay, do you get it? This reality here has been forced upon us. He said he's grounded in reality. He said that's not accurate because what we've been going through, what we've been living, the work, the 9 to 5, the this or that, thinking that young kids are supposed to be millionaires, and we're watching like 20, 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds talking about, oh, I just bought a hat because they singing a crappy song and they look like crap. This reality is not real. It's not a reality. That's not reality. They're just forcing this reality on us so we can work harder and harder and harder, and then that hamster wheel is just going to be in our crib, and we're just going to be running that hamster wheel until you stop and listen to what he say.
Just like when I said slavery is a choice. In reality.
Basically, because the choice is yours to continue to support these people saying, oh, they're rich at 16, they're buying houses, and you continue to work 9 to 5 till you die, and then they give you a hard time with Social Security. You know what I'm saying? And Medicare. So this is a choice. You could have been said, hey, this after 100 or some odd years, this system is not working for us, it's not flying, but we just keep going without stopping, even with COVID, well, without, with the shot and everything. We just keep going. At not one point, no one stops to say, you know what the hell? What the hell is going on? Wait, what's up? No one's going to do that. It's a choice. It's a choice.
This reality has been forced upon us.
A forceful choice.
Upon us. Founded in reality. This reality has been forced upon us. It is a choice, just like when I said slavery is a choice.
And as you can see them in the background, like bullcrap with the purple shirt and the Jamaican and the Jew, like the two Asians in the back, like I can't make it up. The African
this reality
and the
has
actual
been forced
Asian,
upon
Jew, Russian, whatever you want to call them, they're all Asians.
Upon
mixed
us.
With a little bit of African, Jew,
in reality.
whatever. They're all mixed out.
This reality has been forced upon us. It is.
Okay, I'm laughing with the purple shirt in the back.
Just like when I said slavery is a choice. The reality, we can make our own reality. We can talk about history, but not too long. We need to talk about our now, because we can fix and start loving each other now. When I say we have...
We're not falling for that one love, one something no more. We're not falling for the love speeches anymore. We're leaving that in the back with Martin Luther King, a.k.a. Michael Luther King. His name wasn't even Martin. Name was Michael. We're going to leave that with them. We're not going to do that no more. We don't need to we could talk about history, but like you said, not too long. But the thing is, we do need to talk about history, to correct history, so we could correct the future. Correct it.
No enemies. We don't have enemies. Black people have a tendency to focus and march when a white person kills a black person or wears a hat. But when it's 700 kids being killed in Chicago, it's okay.
See now how he said that we could march for if a black person kills a white person kills a black person, but we don't care if 700 kids, see the key word? Kids get killed. You see the key word? Like one man just got hurt by one white man and y'all marching, but you don't care about 700 children getting murdered. You see that? You see the ratio of that? They're not after no grown adult.
It's okay for blacks to kill blacks. Chicago, kids being killed. But when it's 700 kids.
700 kids.
Being killed. To focus and march when a white person kills a black person or wears a hat. But when it's 700 kids being killed in Chicago, it's okay. It's okay for blacks to kill blacks. But if it's a white thing...
I don't think anybody's saying that's okay.
There's been more focus and more marches.
That is a lie.
Now look at him trying to get all weird, son. This is hilarious to me. Now look at all this drama.
There's been more focus and more marches.
That is a lie.
Look at this.
There's been more focus and more marches.
That is a lie.
About
don't
believe
that.
Look at him throwing his symbolism up. This is crazy. I said, because him doing this was a script. And then boom, disclosure. Stop. Oh, stop. Then disclosure. Devil horns. This is all dramatic.
Killing black
Shakespeare.
Then kids in Chicago killing each other.
That's a lie. There are black people working there.
Over 90% of black people getting killed are killed by other black.
Yes, because the majority of the world is black people.
Are killed by other black.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Look at the devil horns. That is a fact. Black people are killing black people.
Black on black crime is a fact.
But there are black people.
Okay, wait a second. Now this is a problem. Okay, wait a second. Now this is a problem.
But the real question is, what black people are killing what black people? Is it the African, Asiatic, aggressive monkey men that's killing people? And the regular brother that wants to just play ball, go home, chill, is he the one getting hurt the majority of the time or following behind and getting hurt? Let's look at an example of that show with 50 Cent where he's playing Canaan, like the Canaanites. So we already see that Cain and Canaan and all that is the African Asiatic brother, right? I mean, you have a brain. I'm going to do it in my next history lesson. But so Canaan had a little black friend from the hood or whatever, and then the friend got the gun and was trying to help Canaan out because Canaan had the beef to shoot at homeboys, whatever. They did whatever they did, and then the mother ended up getting the boy killed, the little black boy killed, and not her African Asiatic immigrated to this country, son that's selling a family, selling drugs and doing all this stuff. So you see the corruptness of what he's saying. Yes, black people are killing black people, but are we all one of the same? No. That's probably why the killing is happening so numerous with us. Because Caucasians are just Caucasians, but black people, we come as two different types. It's the African Asiatic one, and then it's the brother from America. Okay? And most likely could play basketball, is very lean, more not as stiff, not like a football player, like the thick West Indian African Asiatic guy. They're more slender. And I'm not gonna keep explaining that. It's explained in science. They're more big boned, and we're more flexible. And I'm not gonna explain that right now. But anyway, but that's the issue.
We have to. You're too far. You have to be closer to me.
I'm here right now.
And they understand that this is the issue. This is Shakespeare of the two brothers just arguing in front of everyone. This is all scripted. This is the. Anyway, I'm spending a lot of time on this.
Brother, don't scream because it will make us look crazy.
I don't care how we look in front of this.
So now if black people scream and argue, we look crazy. Like, this is so stereotypic. It's not even funny. Like,
when you scream and you don't talk.
Now he's saying just breathe. When you know this whole situation with George, this is the whole point of the conversation. It's because of the George FLO YD situation, and he's telling him just breathe. Oh God, this is silly.
Breathe and you don't
stuff.
talk. It doesn't look right.
Let me just say something. Let me impart this upon you.
Okay, let me just say something. Let me just say.
Now, I was just trying to point out how he was staring. He just stood and stared right at the camera. Like, this is so fake, so scripted, you know? Like, if you watch it, like look at him.
Breathe and you don't talk. It doesn't look.
Looks at the thing with one eye.
Let me just say something.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to wrap that part up. I just wanted to show you how he goes up to him. He ends up giving him a hug. Let's just get into that part, and then we're going to get into the interlude of how Virgil also gets, as you can see, it's a lot of symbolism when he does kindly comes over to Kanye. Kanye says, hey, we look crazy arguing. This guy looks at the thing with one eye, you know, just showing that this is just so fake, you know, like it's very scripted, very, very fake, okay? He looks with a smile, like a little smile on his face. Then here goes this weird girl. Like, what was she there for?
Okay, I'm not in.
So I just fast forward her, you know, because this is just so weird, period. Now Kanye comes and walks towards Van/Virgil to have more dialogue about their black on black.
I'm sorry I hurt you.
You gotta be responsible.
Conversation.
I'm sorry I hurt you, bro.
Your voice is too big. You gotta
I'm sorry I hurt you, bro. I love you, bro. I'm sorry I hurt you with my words.
And of course his shirt says rapology or something like that. Everything that they wear is coded.
I love you, bro. Bro,
I
didn't mean to say things that hurt you. I didn't mean to wear the hat out the blue and shock
Now
somebody.
you saw how they gave each other a hug?
Bro, I love you, bro. I'm sorry I hurt you with my words, bro. I love you, bro. Bro, I didn't
see that. Now this was in 2018. Then boom, here goes Van.
Why I dropped those
from
tweets
this scandal. Now everybody knows him. He gets promoted for that. This is a big deal for people to watch, to pay attention to. When they get your attention, when they make you watch, when they make you like get all into, oh my God, did you hear what Kanye said? They get rewarded for that. They want this. So boom. Now here goes Virgil 3 months later in his dream. It was in his dream runway show with Louis Vuitton. Now, mind you, a lot of people don't know who this guy is either until here goes Kanye putting him on the map. Just like a lot of people didn't know who this guy really was until Kanye came and threw him on the map. And this was in April. So May, June, July. So this is here is June, where now Kanye is hugging him here. Crying. Like, we did it. We did it. I knew I was going to do this. like he did when he was just a couple months ago. Like if you could kind of see on the side, all those rows aren't there. I don't know if somebody could lose that many rows within 2 months. But this is the kind of games that they're playing with us, okay? No rolls in the back. He was just grabbing his rolls. He had his hands on his rolls through the whole time. No rolls in the back at this moment. Now, mind you, you see the date on his shirt. It says June 21st, 2018. We already know June is for 6 and 21 is for 3. So here goes your 3-6. They're playing a big game. They got the green carpet for like the green screen. I don't know how much else you want me to point out here. Look at everybody looking very fake. Look at ASAP Rocky. I mean, my bad. Travis Scott trying to get in the video. Like, they all know it's being taped. This moment was being taped. And then, boom, they wanted to get in it, too. They wanted to show their face. Like, just showing you how scripted this stupid crap is. Okay? Very, very scripted. Look at Kanye's shirt. It's like a skeleton, bone in the back, running towards a grave. Like, they're really spooky characters, okay? So as you can see the connection of the leveling up, right after the whole situation, not too long after Van gets fired from TMZ. And here he is grabbing on necks, just like how Virgil was grabbing on Kanye's neck, okay? But maybe I'm bugging. Maybe it isn't the same fingers, but it looks like it to me, okay? So, as you can see, he's wearing a white and black shirt in this whole skit. So they're just showing you how much of a fake story all of this is. So here he goes with his white and black shirt. And of course, he gets fired for something that it seemed like it wasn't even, like, if you watch the show, it's not something that was like what they were trying to make it out to be. Like, he was getting aggressive with him and trying to choke his throat. But it's just a bullcrap excuse because now he's done blown up and he's doing other things. He goes on to his own podcast show called Higher Learning. Okay, like being in the known, being in a higher learning state. That's what they all are about. The stealing the knowledge of the tree. So yeah, and of course he's co-hosting it with a girl that looks like Robin Givens that won The Bachelor at some point. The only black girl that ever was on The Bachelor. And of course she looks like Robin Givens, most likely a descendant of her. Same family member, but they don't let you know that because they want to have their own name. So they try to come out as regular people when they actually are related to people that's in the game. Okay, it's a very tight circle. They're only letting people that's blood related in. So just to show you how they are still connecting, right before Virgil dies, then Lathan puts out a Instagram tweet or a tweet of Kanye and the guy Pete Davis that's supposed to be dating Kim. Okay, this is how weird they are. They don't let you know that it's all connected, but it is. Because, you know, Van does this and then boom, this guy, you know, here he is dead. Okay, he dies like a couple days later. And then they do all of this for him, like all these little things where he's probably flying back to his country. That's what I took it for. Flying back to his country, then boom, back to the island. That's what I took this for. You know, I could be wrong, but this is what I took it for. Like, and then, you know, with Dorothy, where she goes fly back home, you know, no place like home. So that's what I'm taking it as, okay? And as you can see, this is all connected. Because what will Van be, why would Van Lathan even be bothering Kanye West after they had an issue 2 or 3 years, or what was that, almost 3 years ago, since 2018. And then boom, right before Virgil dies, he's posting this about Kanye. Like, how scripted is this, you guys? Like, and then here goes, of course, if you think he's not down with the Illuminati ones, you can see with the name White, Off-White, okay? In the number 13, which I already explained to you, is like the 13th, like with the Osiris story, where the 13th element was his pinnacle, was his penis, and it wasn't found, and then somehow they figured it out where they was able to have a child with this man not even being alive. This is the same way they're having these children, you know, where it's by one person, and then they get the blood of, and then here we are, why it looks only like one person. And I'm going to get into that with other people. I'm going to explain that. But anyway, of course, he has the 13, then there's the stripes with the white. He has the X with the arrows going in northeast. This is the way how the earth is because it's on a tilt. So if you look at the cross, it should be more tilted like this. And it's more pointing north-south than east and west on a tilt. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys that in my next live. And as you can see, he also had, okay, where's the one where he had a Masonic, he had one with the Masonic can. I didn't put it in there. That's annoying. Oh, well, so, yeah. So, as you can see, they're all connected. So, I mean, I don't know who will ever promote this. This is not a real person's skin. This is somebody with mask on. This is why the turkey neck is there. Definitely Arab or Turkish or Jewish or something like that with the turkey neck. It's a common sense. It's a trait of theirs. That's where it comes from. This Muslim turkey neck. So, you know, whoever promotes this is definitely something not right with the people that promotes this guy. They're definitely not people you want to talk and trust. So, yeah, so Kanye West deletes everything behind his friend Virgil dying because he's the big culprit in the fake storyline of this fake person that never actually lived. Yeah, and that's all I really got. As you can see, they're in the background of a rainbow. Because at some point they said Kanye worked with him on a movie with his song called My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And then you see they got them all dark and twisted in this weird background, okay? With the finger. Of course they don't never leave it out, all right? And I found it weird that, you know, he also received a Grammy, an Oscar. Van Latham received the Oscar. This is where I'm telling you the leveling up of him doing this with Kanye. He leveled up, got his own podcast, and ended up getting an Oscar for a movie called Baton Rouge native Van Latham executive produced Two Distant Strangers. Okay, Two Distant Strangers. Okay, now that could be two distant strangers of him and Virgil being two distant strangers, or it could be a symbolism of the dark fantasy of these two just doing whatever they're doing in the look. They look like family. This is what I'm talking about. They all related in some, you know, they're all West African, North African, they're all the same, African, Asiatic, Dutch. They're all the same people, bro. All the same people. So I just wanted to point out something that a commenter did by Second Nature. Shout out to you, where he helped out with my Travis Scott. I like to add in stuff that, like I said, I miss. And they said Kanye said on Drink Champs that Travis is a copy of A$AP Rocky. I mean, come on now, because I already told you A$AP Rocky is the original person, and then Travis is the fake person. And as you can see, he tried to slip in that video with Kanye hugging Virgil. So if anybody would know better than me, it would definitely be Kanye, you know, because here goes the A$AP Rocky / here he goes right here. You know, he's there. It's right there. Trying to get in the shot badly. Okay, so I think that's enough of showing how they connect, how they're all a part of it, how they're all interconnected family. Let's start to get to looking at their information. So Van Latham is from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, where I already told you where the Haitians and the North Frenchmen, they were able to conquer when they fought with the French, which they are all the same people, came and fought with their own allies. They were all allies. They were French. Came in and fought in America and helped defeat us and was given New Orleans. So here goes Van Latham, why I told you he's the main character. He has this Oscar. He didn't die. He's still here. Everything happened in 2018, from Kanye big outburst to us knowing what Off-White is, really like putting him on the map, with Kanye coming in, supporting him and putting him on a A-list platform, all happening in the same time frame. So Van Latham is from New Orleans, well, from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, which I believe that's weird because the bat, like Baton and then Bat with like Travis Scott and all of them, it all interludes, you know, with the Bat and I'm not going to get into that, but yes, they're all made up names. Van Latham is 41 years old, and so is Virgil. Virgil is 41 years old. Van Latham was born in April, and the fake character Virgil was born September 30th, which is 9/3, which is the same thing as July 21st. It was 6/3 on his shirt at the Louis Vuitton thing. So you see, this is just a fake character. They just make it up, gave him a fake birthday that's coded, okay? So as you can see, they look just alike. They look just alike. Everything is there. Everything is there. They just make him have a bald head, which is very easy to accomplish when you're just putting prosthetics really clear on you. But everything else is there. They just do a little bit of changing on him. And as you can see, he's standing with his mace on pose. Okay. All right. Looking just alike. Just a little bit of changes, nothing, just the head probably, and it looks like a fake bald head. Everything else is there, same hairline and facial hair. They made him really black right here for some reason. Some pictures, they make him look very dark, and in some pictures you clearly see he's not that dark. He's like brown red. So I don't know where he becomes so dark sometimes, and then he becomes so light sometimes. But that's just there to show you that this is the game that they play. Sometimes they may have somebody else play him and just put on a mask.
Culture that you're critiquing,
and you can see them while they
the
talk.
person that you're critiquing. You go the extra mile to make sure that they know you're not coming to them as an enemy.
But did you always do that?
No, not at first. I didn't. At first, I didn't care. But when I started to realize that there were people that were watching the show and connecting to things that I was doing and saying, I want to serve them.
So if you really pay attention, they both sound like they're like Virgil is supposed to be. Virgil is supposed to be some type of artist or whatever, but he sounds like he's very well spoken, just like Van. But Van is in the, in the reporting journalist field, so I expect Van to be able to articulate himself very well. But Virgil, he's articulating himself very well as well, and he's just an artist and designer. But he doesn't have to be so great at speaking, but he does a very well speaking job. Like he's somewhat has a journalist background as well.
Being disrespectful.
Yeah.
And they both speak with their hands. It's just very similar speaking if you really pay attention.
It doesn't matter if you did something yesterday and you learned if you did something on Monday. If you learned that it was wrong on Tuesday, grow on Wednesday.
As you can see, Virgil looks like a very fake character. That's why he's not even in the same room with people.
How best to use the voice that I have.
You can see that they both use their hands speaking. Virgil looks like a very fake character. He's not even in the same room with people because he's not a real. He's probably all prosthetic up and
of like on-demand problem solving. Then you realize you don't know if you're painting.
And it seems like they try to change his voice a little bit. Like he's talking somewhat in a character-y voice where it's more deeper.
How best to use a voice that you had. You said, I think everyone says how divisive things are, and I think that's a buzzword. But the real problem is that there's a cultural war that's...
It's because there's an intense amount of tribalism that is going on in every single cultural conversation that we have. Now,
like if you look how they talk with their mouth, it's just very similar.
You guys bring up
very in sync.
Both great.
When you say
a place that's better than the place we are right now, then we're gonna have to find a way to cut through it.
When you say trust, how do we trust each other?
Okay, so that's all I got. I mean, if you guys don't see it, then I don't know what to tell you. But I did wanted to also go over briefly at one point that he said he was very fat and lost a lot of weight. So I just believe that he was in the game. Sometimes they get in the game by being bouncers, or they be foster children, or it's like a lot of different ways where they get in the game and they already were like part of like family members or something that was a part of it. They just don't end up in it if they're born into this stuff. They get checked out and make sure that they're all, inter family. So I did wanted to really go over quickly that it was videos of them saying that, this Virgil was actually daylight. So I found it very weird that I believe, let me just check really quick. It's yeah, so we have Conscious X putting up a video of daylight being Virgil, which I believe is very funny because at some point I Exposed the MCs did a video, and I wouldn't be able to find the video, guys, because the video is probably, he does a lot of videos, so I don't think I'm going to be able to find the video, where he said that daylight plays the role. I think this is it right here. Plays the role of Van Latham. Okay? If you get what I'm trying to say. So it's weird that, you know, they're saying that he plays the role of Van Latham.
I feel like those conversations.
And
I feel like the positive.
He also said that Conscious X
from the video
is
was very needed. I felt like
daylight.
Me making that.
So you see that connection right there, if that makes any sense. So exactly I Exposed the MCs.
I make these videos.
Made a claim that daylight is actually Conscious X. So when you think it's weird that Conscious X tried to throw daylight on Virgil because daylight is actually Conscious X. So here go Conscious X trying to throw it on Virgil. But I Exposed MCs stated that daylight is Virgil and Conscious X. Like, ain't that mind freaking blowing? Now, I don't know anything about Conscious X, but he has been doing a lot of weird things where, you know, why make this kind of video when you know a video was made already saying that you, Daylight, and Virgil were all this, you, Daylight, and Van Latham was all the same people. And now I'm throwing Virgil in on y'all. So anyway, that's all I really have. I really don't want to dwell on this part. But like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribe. Mostly what I ask for is likes because I want to spread out this information. It is information that's very useful for people to start looking at things that to make you go This is definitely a lot of stuff that makes you go and when you have to say and usually something ain't right in black language, like okay. So yeah, like, share, and subscribe. I will hopefully be coming live soon. I hope I see you guys there, and enjoy the rest of you guys' night. And cancel them. Cancel all of them. Cancel Kanye, cancel Kim, cancel Pete Davis, cancel Daylight, cancel Virgil, cancel them all. Virgil always supposed to be canceled, but I don't believe it. You know, in my opinion, same people, if not the same people, what? You know, first cousins, uncle, brother, what would they be? Same country, definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. He's from New Orleans, from the French land. He looked like he's from French land, France, whatever. You know? Cancel them. They're all magicians. They're all just here for theatrical entertainment to keep you distracted. And you're choosing, like Kanye said, you're choosing this reality. So cancel them. Which means don't give them your attention. Don't follow them more. Don't buy anything else that they're telling you to buy. They're telling you to buy everything except the kitchen sink. Stop buying all this stuff. Live in a more real reality where 16-year-olds are not buying mansions. Like, that's not reality. That's just stuff they're showing you on this toolbox. Yeah, and like as much, share as much, and enjoy you guys' night.